Well, according to the latest figures, the number of children taken into care in the UK has risen sharply in the last 5 years to more than 92,000. But how many of those actually volunteered to put themselves into care? Well, my next guest, Jenny Molloy, did exactly that. And she was aged just 9 years old as well. And in a new book, she's sharing her incredible experience. Jenny Molloy was 9 years old when she walked into her local police station and asked to be taken into care. A life of neglect and poverty, living with alcoholic, jobless parents, meant Jenny often struggled to feed herself and her two younger brothers. So finding inner strength beyond her years, she knew that if they were going to survive, she had to ask for help. And Jenny is here now. Good to see you, Jenny. Oh my goodness. Well, look, the moment that really stands out, your story is extraordinary. I want to hear all about it. But it is that moment when there you were, 9 years old, an age when most youngsters are thinking about dolls or, you know, playing games. And you took your two younger brothers into a police station and said, take me into care. I mean, what was it going on in your life that meant that that seemed like the right thing to do?
Gosh, I mean, our life had got to the point where it was, you know, it was kind of full of violence, full of alcohol, full of fighting, arguing, and the neighbours had attacked the house the night before. And I think that we all knew, really, that it had got so bad in our house, that, and that included my parents, that, you know, we didn't really know where else to go, really. And I remember leaving that morning and thinking, you know, what can we do? What can we do, me and my brothers? And, you know, it just seemed quite natural to go into the police station.
And ask for help.
Ask for help.
I mean, rather, it's so wonderful that you did, and so grown up of you in a way that you did. Did it feel grown up at the time?
I think I always did feel grown up. Yeah,
Did you? You probably had to. Yeah,
I certainly was always kind of, people would always say that I had, you know, a wise head on young shoulders. So, yeah, I think actually I did feel, I felt definitely like the mother hen around kind of my family.
So you did get taken into care,
yeah.
And I think your initial plan really was to be fostered or adopted, wasn't it? And you nearly were.
I was. I so nearly was. Gosh, there was a newspaper advert. It was a kind of a campaign. By the time I got to 14, they'd finally kind of got to the point where they'd all agreed that I could be fostered. And we'd got to the point where a family had been chosen and I knew who they were, and introductions were going to happen within a couple of weeks. And, you know, in my head, I was gone. I'd left the children's home.
You were finally getting that happy feeling.
Finally getting my own mum and dad. You know, that's totally the way I saw it. My own mum and dad that loved me and kind of wanted me. And it didn't happen.
No, but then you later found out that there were all sorts of problems because they did want you, didn't you? But it was a crushing, I imagine, a crushing blow at the time. I mean, one of the wonderful things about both your books, Hackney Girl and the new one, Tainted Love, which is all about your story in care, is that you're not damning of the care system in a way that often we read about social workers and we read about the care system and it's always the bad things. It's always when it's gone wrong and it's failed. And for you, you say they saved your life, those social workers.
They did. They did, and they didn't only, you know, take us in and protect us when we were children, but also, you know, they were there for me throughout the whole of my life. They were.
Are you still in touch now, even?
I am, with lots of them.
Oh.
I am, yeah, with lots of them, and you know, and I think that, you know, that's something that all kids who leave care should be able to do if they want to do it.
You've actually now spent a lot of time trying to reform the system and make it better. The Care Leavers Charter, I know, is something that you worked on a couple of years ago. What does need to be done to make those who need the care system have a happier and better and a successful time?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, we need investment. You know, we can't do anything without cash. But actually, there is some amazing work that's already going on out there. And I think actually what we need to do is we need to start looking at some of the brilliant work that's going on and replicate that across the country. I mean, if we look at the local authority of Hackney, there is some wicked work going on in there, really inspirational work. But, you know, other local authorities with the same funding pot just aren't doing it. And I can't understand it.
They need you to get in there and sort it out.
I
mean, your own
story
is so inspirational. You've got a lovely, happy family now and a granddaughter, unbelievably, because you look so young. And isn't your daughter herself training to be a social worker?
She is. She is. Honestly, my heart could burst. I am so proud.
Ah, so it's kind of come full circle that hopefully she'll be saving other youngsters.
Exactly.
How wonderful. Well, look, it's a great read and it's lovely to hear your story.
Thank you.
Thanks very much for chatting to me today.
Thank you.
And for more information, if you really need it, and support for the issues that we've been discussing, remember, you can always go to our website. We've made sure we put everything you need there, itv.com/Lorraine. Now, still to come, well, it might be...